the island was off in the distance, and this morning waking up, we could see all the details on it.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I'm actually really looking forward to going outside and looking, having a better look.
What's he got?
Word from the bridge is we have 2 anchors and a spare.
Yeah, I was I was looking at Trevor and I was like, 2, right? Like,
Thanks, George.
The spare one is great to take photos in front of. Highly recommend it for the team photo at the end of the cruise.
Ooh, big roughy.
Oh yeah, way bigger. Cool. Thanks, George. We haven't introduced George when we've done any of our introductions.
Does George have SBL yet?
Yes.
He must be.
Yes.
If he's responding to
He
our
can
anchor
introduce
questions.
himself.
Yeah.
He does.
Do the sea life we're seeing at this depth have any predators? Yes. Those roughy, for example, or the Oreo fish that we're seeing fewer Oreos at this depth. They eat corals. I'm not sure what eats anemones. Steve, if you have any ideas about that, please write them in. But these corals have a variety of predators.
Miles. What? Same.
Is it?
Yeah.
There was an inferior one kicking around here 2 years ago.
Maybe this is it.
Nope, that's not the same one.
Oh.
It's an impressive amount of marine snow.
There is.
It's
Getting shallower, starting to rain down.
gives me hope for our plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Something's creating all this snow.
Yeah, the blooms and productivity up there.
Yeah.
Wonder where it came from. What is it?
Fidget cube.
Fidget.
British now.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Gosh.
2 more steps.
Wait, 530 meters. This is the most shallowest we've been, isn't it?
Yes.
We have another hour?
And 20.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Which is awesome, because it's cool.
You bet.
Is that a line of stuff at the bottom of that ledge?
Is that a
Which one?
Right, there's a ledge. Just
Oh,
below.
yeah.
There's a bunch of.
Anemones?
it's a brown
Yeah.
spot?
Yeah, this white
Can you
little
rotate
puffy
to port?
bit right through the
Yeah.
center.
To port.
Start.
Oh,
Starboard?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
I was
talking-
looking at the wrong thing.
yeah. Talking about underneath this ledge, they look like little cotton balls or something that probably are anemones. Hard to see. There's a ctenophore drifting
It's
into
a
view.
squishy.
It is a squishy.
Let's get this squishy.
Actually,
Zooming in.
I think I'm wrong. I don't think that's a ctenophore at all.
That's not a ctenophore at all.
That's not a moon. Oh,
Sure.
It's a
me
melon.
actually, I am really not sure. That has such a distinct bell.
Whoa.
But I also do see cilia rows reflecting our lights back. Those rainbow
Those
rows of cilia.
Those 4 claws or teeth or whatever they were.
Lobes.
Is that what they are?
Mm-hmm.
Those are really.
Steve thinks it's a box jelly.
Thanks, Steve. I was like, yeah, I don't. That's so cool. It looks like a spaceship.
It is hanging out.
Aren't those incredibly poisonous?
Some are.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
Where did my
Bumping.
science track go?
Now we're
There
getting
it
some
is.
nice coral up top, or are they a sponge?
Didn't really
Cubo.
have
Sponge.
didn't have tentacles like a box jelly though.
I think some of them have shorter ones and some have longer ones. And the tentacles can be retracted. Cubozoa, which is a great science name. Yeah, cool. Look at those anemones down there. What we are looking at are the big white puffballs.
Did we want to inspect these puffballs on the
Just see what
ridge?
they look like.
I have to ask Jake.
You good for that?
I'm good for it, yeah. Okay.
You call it as you want it.
All right.
You
Come
can
up. Get a zoom.
right by near where the fish is.
Oh, there's a fish.
Right above us.
Yep.
Sticking his nose out.
Yeah.
Let me get it in focus.
Oh,
Like
no, they're
urchins.
urchins.
Are those urchins?
They're
Really? Focus there.
urchins.
Wow.
Oh, cool. I was totally fooled. That's awesome.
Those
not
are
in
fluffy
focus.
urchins.
There.
There.
Thank you. Okay, coming wide.
Yeah, get a look at some of these. I don't know if they're sponges or coral up top here, on top of this ledge. Yeah, over to port.
Whoa.
Hot.
It's more a bank of urchins over here.
Yeah, very cool. Question from a viewer about collaboration with Okeanos Explorer. Our teams work really closely. The NOAA Office of Ocean Exploration and Research and the Ocean Exploration Trust staff work closely on discussing the priority areas for exploration. And we do have some contractors that go back and forth, and certainly scientists that are interested in these depth ranges and spaces in the ocean. Steve Oskovich has sailed on Okeanos. Who else aboard? Anybody in the van been on Okeanos?
Nope.
No, didn't think so. I've toured Okeanos. I've been on it in port a lot, in Hawaii and in Rhode Island. But yeah, lots of Todd Gregory has worked on both. Dave Casgrande, who actually, oh no, Dave has helped develop technology for Nautilus, but has not been on a Nautilus expedition until very recently.
What are these green ones? Are they the... yeah. Floaty,
Is that a sea cucumber?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polygotheria. Dr. Chris Kelly says these urchins are in the genus Canopodina, probably a new species that were collected a while back, but still not formally described, if he remembers correctly.
Which ones? The ones on the overhang?
Yeah, I think so. Let me put that into the chat for you, Zuna.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there a way to zoom in on one of these greenish, looks like coral? Can't really tell.
You want me to zoom in? See what we can, see what we're dealing with?
Yeah, you can zoom in.
All right, zooming in.
Is it this one?
Yeah, there's one above there. Is that, what are those up there?
Yeah, that one or the one above it.
Yeah.
That looks like a bundle of hydroids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead coral bits.
Hmm.
Ugh.
It's all right. It's all right. Got some
Oh, it looks like it has a central oral disc of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, purple and
Coming wide.
enemy on it. Oh.
Whoa. Coming wide. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah. Interesting purple anemone too.
Is it of collection interest or no or yes? Or
Kind of
Could-
trying to interpret what Steve wrote in here. Is there?
You remember we for a while we saw many of the dark reddish, pinkish, smaller anemones everywhere,
Rich,
like
no?
in
Yeah.
Yeah,
clusters.
he wants one of the larger red ones, he says.
Yeah.
Larger red ones.
Anemones.
But a smaller of the larger red ones.
Small, large red
A
one.
smaller.
But not medium, a small, large.
They take a ton of ethanol because you have to basically replace all the water in them with ethanol to preserve them.
Huh.
So, small, large one. Check.
That's an interesting floating rock.
Yeah, that's cool. Diving board. Tongue depressor? I don't know.
I don't know.
What is that?
The bubble cam looks really cool.
Yeah. Don't drop anything.
A lot of these urchins
That's on
up here
the-
too.
Walk the plank.
Yeah. There's a little coral tuft. Upper right.
Is that all those urchins
Yep.
on
Yes.
the
Lower right.
undersides?
Mm-hmm.
Facing us too.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Boy, they do like that
Gosh.
that downward facing surface.
They're just vacuum cleaning. Little lawnmowers. Num, 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 num.
Wait, how does your lawnmower work?
Makes that sound.
Ah,
Just goes wherever it wants, like a sea urchin. It's like a Roomba.
You have a yard Roomba?
it is a thing.
Yeah, they were. Someone was trying to convince me to purchase one of those, and
Another
something
step.
about like a lawnmower with big blades just wandering it wherever it wanted in the yard and bumping into things kind of freaked me out. So I was anti to that idea.
They have them at Victoria Airport.
Nice.
I see them all the time. I cruise around there. They got the little auto lawnmower.
That seems like a good place for them. It's not gonna like run into anything it's not supposed to.
True. And airports are all about safety, so.
Yeah, but nobody's got like a lawn chair out there either.
True enough.
A little afraid it would like eat a flower bed or something.
Right.
These are pretty big red ones.
Might need some serious up action.
Oh, so many urchins. Wow, look at them all. Polka dots. Polka dot seafloor here. That's incredible.
Got a bit of a beard growing to the right.
Yeah, Steve says these are Cecil sea cucumbers. The white dots here.
Wait, what?
That's what he said. We can kind of zoom in on some of them.
They're not urchins?
No.
Are you comfortable with a zoomed in ascent?
Yeah.
No? No?
There are urchins, yes, but the dots disappeared a little bit down. We'll see them again.
Okay,
all right.
okay. I was like, wait.
You have to get much closer.
Okay.
We'll stay wide.
So both urchins and Cecil sea cucumbers. Stay tuned for more. Once we climb up over this really tall part, we'll get back to zooming in.
Odd splotchy stuff too.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Curious. Curious. The water gets exchanged with ethanol
That's
in
looking
the
better.
surface on the wet lab. In the wet lab, all of our sample processing happens once samples are returned up here to Nautilus, and then the primary processing that we do is just to preserve, document, and preserve these species. All of our biological samples go to the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard. You can think about it sort of like a library there. They're cataloged and then available to be sent, checked out by different scientists to do different types of studies for the future. So this, by sort of cataloging in a national or in an internationally recognized repository like that, it means
Yeah. Yeah. And then the overhang was right there.
makes samples more available to others. Ocean Exploration Trust does not actually conduct the follow-on research to a lot of these things. We are out here on behalf of the scientific community, and in the same way our geologic samples are processed and held at the University of Rhode Island for geologic research in the future.
Bridge, nav, another step.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Be a, yeah.
Rob, could you talk to us a little bit about how Jarvis Island was formed, how this rose up 5,000 meters? People are curious, is this a volcano?
Yes, it is. Started out as a volcano, probably erupted anywhere two possibilities, about 20 to 30 million years ago, or even as old as 60 million years ago. And so it, the seafloor overall was probably about 1,000 meters shallower when it erupted. And so this thing probably could have stuck up out of the ground, above sea level for 500 meters or so. And then over time, the region subsided, and so did the seamount. And as the seamount subsided, the fringing reefs started to form with corals, and then it sunk a little bit lower. The fringes, the atolls started to fill in, and then the whole seamount almost sank. I have a feeling that it's not volcanic on the island now, but it's still mostly reef material on the surface. So the actual peak of the volcano is probably somewhere underwater somewhere.
Great explanation, thank you.
Yeah, a lot of the green stuff over here.
Yeah, what is that? Steve's curious too what the dark beardy stuff is.
Yeah.
Bridge, nav, 2 more steps.
Is there any way to move over toward the dark beardy stuff? Maybe get a zoom in on it?
Yeah, I'll give it a quick look.
Zoom.
Oxygen is still falling and fast. Good observation, Steve. 23 micromole per liter.
You're good to go, Wayne.
Okay, zooming in.
A tenth of what you would expect in shallow water, a well-oxygenated shallow water.
Well,
Gosh, hydroids?
Someone needs to mow the.
There, that's a good
Seabed.
focus on the
or
right.
shape the wall.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know it's not, but it does look very plant-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
It's not, but whoa, look at that cool one.
Is that a sea star or a sand dollar? What is that?
You start with web
Sand
feet.
dollar.
Yeah. Wow.
Urchin. Steve thinks it's hydroids, the beardy stuff. And that sea star is Trimaster mirabilis. Cool.
Bit of a battle of a sea star and urchin.
All right. Can you come wide, Wayne?
It's a family reunion. They're all relatives.
Why?
Thanks.
Different group.
Yeah, these
But-
are Cecil.
Sorry,
related.
sorry.
There are those white
Sorry.
dots.
Yeah,
What was
the
that?
white
Yeah,
dots right here. If you can look at those,
Cecil sea
Jake.
cucumbers.
Is there?
Jake, did you get that? There's white dots.
Oh.
You're curious to look at?
Yeah, I'll give it a look.
There's another.
You can zoom. Wayne.
Okay.
Aren't those the urchins?
Well, that's what we thought before, but Steve think they're the.
Those look like barnacles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they look.
No, no, not quite.
Yeah.
Can't
Those
really
are different
tell.
than the urchiny things we were looking
Yeah.
at.
Mm-hmm.
They look barnacly.
Ah.
Yeah, or like little anemones, little tiny anemones.
Public cam's got a good view down that crack.
But Steve says holothuroidians.
Okay.
Are you next to an audio box? Want to tell us why they look like that?
Yeah, so that was actually collected on the last Okeanos expedition through here. They're in the family Solidae, and they are solitary holothurians. They attach to the rock, and you can see those frilly things are their trees that they extend out of their body to feed and to breathe.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, let's see if I can break my record time here.
Gauge check. Record time. Good question. Throw this out the van. Anyone who wants to answer. In what ways does the geology of this area affect the biology that we're seeing?
Can I take your bubble?
Anybody in the back row want to take that one? Are y'all looking at each other?
Just a little bit. I mean, on one level, the geomorphology with the seamount sticking up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and there's strong currents here. You're going to have upwellings and downwellings. And there's also probably variable currents around the seamount, too. So it's going to affect the amount of fluid flow around the seamount.
Oof.
There definitely seems to be enough places to shelter
Yeah.
for, but I think
Yeah, you definitely see the these holothurians hanging out
No.
on the edges and underneath sides of these carbonate platforms. Definitely a preference for
Record?
structure.
No. Well, yes, but not the what I was going for. My record was 1:07. That was 1:05. But I wanted to crack a minute. I have never.
What are you writing down? What gauges are you checking?
Everything. All right.
Go on.
Time. That's local time. Temperature of Herc's main bottle. The humidity of the bottle. The temperature of Herc's onboard HPU. The hotel voltage, the 110 supplying all the computers in Herc.
What?
I'm writing down the AC ground fault, the DC ground fault, the pressures in all the comps and the res, all the oil stuff, and then the depth. Let's jump over to Argus. I got the time again. Temperature and humidity of both port and starboard electronics bottles. Voltage in both port and starboard electronics bottles. Ground fault on my two-phase voltages, ACs, and ground fault on my DC, and the comp and the main comp and thruster oil levels.
That's awesome. Why do you call it hotel?
I don't know. Why is anything called anything, really?
Trevor's like, I'm not flying the vehicle. I got time to get all philosophical.
I don't know why it's called hotel.
Huh.
I've asked that question before, and I haven't really got a good answer.
Mm.
But it is the voltage, the power that powers all the computers, and also is stepped down to DC stuff. So we put 110-ish volts into the bottle. That's the hotel voltage, which is all of the electronics except for, or basically everything except for the hydraulic motor, or the motor for the hydraulic system.
Trenching lagers engaged.
I see some fish hiding out underneath the ledges here too.
Oh, that looks like a pretty deep crack, like there's a cave underneath or something.
Yeah. Big old fat sea star to the left there.
If I were to guess about hotel voltage, it would just be because it serves out all the subsystems, like hotels or guests or clients.
I see.
But hotel is what you find on the wire coming down.
Chris Kelly says those. Oh, sorry.
That's all I got. And it's just a theory.
Yeah, Chris Kelly and Steve both have updates for us about this. This what we were calling beardy stuff. These are actually polychaete tubes. They were identified in the Okeanos Guide as Sabellida.
Oh, so they're not hydroids?
Mm-mm. They are. Chris isn't sure if they were collected.
They were not collected. If we want to grab a cluster of it, I was just thinking about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Are we gonna mow the lawn?
Little haircut. Honor of King Neptune.
I don't know about that, but see.
There's actually on the right-hand side of one of those anemones too. Maybe we can do a 2 for 1.
Okay.
2 for 1. Miles, how confident are you with the layback? Are we okay where we are?
Yeah, ship just stopped moving, but we should be fine.
Roger.
Or I should say, there's no more moves called in. We're
Roger.
gonna wallow around
Alright.
a bit.
Coming full wide. Prepare for contact.
So where's this anemone?
I think it's the one on the corner he's looking
Oh,
at.
I see it
Yeah,
there.
and
Yep.
this
Oh,
one-
right there.
We're looking at the one center.
Yeah. Coming in.
So you're gonna want to get nice and square to the slope.
Yeah, being pushed.
Do we want to grab it?
Yeah, Steve wants a sample of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
As
gonna
well as
do
the
both the
polychaetes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can land. Probably is the best way to do it. We could fly it, but you might be able to sneak into a landing there. Try it, sure.
Okay.
If you need more zoom outedness, you can rack the camera in too.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? Falling down.
Yeah, so you know how you're doing that stick lock thing? You can also stick lock your right hand joystick slightly forward to keep you poked into the wall.
Alright.
That's
Oh. Whoa.
It's a tough balance.
Thank you to all of our scientists ashore contributing their expertise. Great thing about telepresence is you don't have to have
Sure, try that.
everyone out to sea and on board right
Very
now,
nice.
although we'd love to have you on a future
Okay,
Nautilus
rack me in, please.
mission.
I guess you could try this too, but rack it in the camera, the slider here, the slider or this one.
Oh.
So you bring that in, you'll get more wideness.
Kim Sulak writing in about our fish.
Aha.
Asako Matsumoto, thank you for
at
all of your
that.
help.
Yeah. So if you want,
Kelly?
you can try it, but no pressure.
How long do we have?
We got some time. We got some time. So you can come up with the blades on the bottom and go in and grab the anemone, slice it, jaw lock it.
Okay. I'll give it a try, but
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Sure.
Go,
and
Jake.
And if you're struggling, like, feel free to tag out. Like, no
Alright.
big deal. It
Where's
might
it-
be a
Alright.
bad angle anyway, so it might not work. But give it a shot and see what happens.
All right. It's been a couple days
Yeah.
since I've touched this thing.
Do you want me to get it set up for you more, out of the way of the rocks, or you wanna? Are you good?
Go for broke.
I'll go for it.
broke?
I'll go for
Okay,
it.
so the first step is turning on the hydraulics, which is down at the base here.
Okay.
I don't actually know if you've seen that button, right? My middle finger there. That'll turn on a blue button. So when you press that, hold on. You want to do that with your left hand, and your right hand is closing the jaws with
I
that
think so.
that part. Yeah. So hold that down while you're turning that on. Otherwise, the jaws just kind of wing open. Nice, and it'll start up halted. So now you need to unhalt it with that farthest out button. And doing that again with the.
With the jaws closed.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but in this case, but sometimes it'll end up wedging into stuff. You're in a weird mode, so halt and unhalt again. Are you halted now?
Unhalt.
Yeah, you're halted now, so that's good. So stand by a second. I'm going to change your calibration here.
Ouch.
Are you halted?
It's not
Okay,
twisting.
Great.
so.
That's what I'm going to fix here.
Got a curious.
Okay, could you
little
unhalt
fish
and just
coming
give it a
in.
little wiggle? Okay, and halt again. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
So now nice and slow, bring the jaws out front. I'll keep the end effector in bubble as well.
Whoa,
Ooh, what is that fish?
I don't know.
we got a
Coelacanth
couple of
looking.
And right now your blades will be
Couple of
upside down,
curious
so you'll need to do a
critters.
180 on the jaws.
Oh,
Ooh,
cool. We haven't
wow.
seen you yet.
Oh,
Ken,
He's saying,
Sulak,
"Grab
if
this
you're
anemone,
there yet,
please."
pointing out which one.
oh, he
Ken,
caused,
give us a
Ouch.
update on that
he
fish
caused,
if you like.
might make it easier to harvest now.
Whoa.
Sample, yeah.
Sample.
So it's going to be a tough angle, and I can't get more right with the camera, so that's all you get. So you got it on bubble as well. You got two perspectives. Come in nice and square to it.
It's all about shadows and light.
Yeah, it might be helpful, Wayne, you might be helpful if you come full wide for now, so
Full
Jake
wide.
gets more arm view.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So that fish that swam by was a jelly nose eel. Very cool.
Nice, doing great.
Not the red one, but the one in the corner.
Mm,
Yeah, doing awesome.
All right.
And when you think you got it, just go for the jaw close. You might be locked open right now.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, well, you're committed now, so now lock the jaws closed.
That's the left.
That's correct. And your
Let's
jaws
go
are
for
locked,
the
yep.
forward bio box for this.
Okay, so for the forward bio box, I think I'd like to do that just because of the proximity to the Zeus.
Okay.
But if you get it somewhere stable, you can just halt it and pass it off.
all right.
Halted.
Okay, I'll trade out. Nice job.
Do
That was
like,
awesome. Way to go,
thank you.
Jake. First sample.
Yeah.
Do we
All
want
right, can you,
lasers?
that's up to Suna.
Large,
You can line
right,
my camera up nice and center.
right section, starboard.
Okay.
All right, forward bio box, starboard. And did you want a zoom and or lasers on this one?
Yes, please.
Can you center up the camera, please?
Full wide.
Roger.
All right.
Okay, probably there-ish. A little more right. Good there, yeah. Okay, Wayne, you can go ahead and zoom,
Zoom in.
and we'll put the lasers on it. Where are the lasers?
I don't
Right
see-
on the left of the.
Same place they always are?
Oh, there they are.
Mm-hmm. Sort of
Okay.
more to the depth.
There's-
There.
they are.
There we go.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, come full wide, please.
Full wide.
My camera's racked back,
Do you
so
want-
you can. Sure.
Oh wait,
I'll do.
you're going.
I'll do 5,
5.
and then you can tip my camera down so you can see just see the corner of the lid there, and square it up.
Ah,
Touchy. That's good. Yeah, and then a little bump down, bump up. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
And then you can camera, or sorry, what is that thing called?
tool tray.
Tool tray. Yeah.
Oh,
Careful,
don't-
floaty.
Okay, go ahead and close it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice, team.
Yeah.
Jake, your first sample. That's awesome.
Hooray.
Congratulations. How's it feel?
That was surprising.
Surprising.
I didn't think I was gonna get anywhere close to that.
Yeah, you did awesome.
Nice work.
No
And
polykeet.
you wanted to, yeah, you wanted to do polykeet.
On the job, on the seafloor training.
This guy here.
Let's do it.
Okay. Can you line me up, please? With the camera. And Wayne can zoom in.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Am I gonna just crunch this? Probably. Oh, come wide, please, Wayne.
Coming wide.
Might need to re-stationary that. So,
You want to switch to this guy?
can I just, mind if I just jump
Yeah,
in here?
yeah.
So yeah, giving it a little bit of forward as well when you land. Doesn't let it slide down. It pushes it normal to the slope, if you will. All right, I'm gonna go for this chunk here. Can I put that in forward box Bravo as well?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Wow, I'm
Center
amazed
my
it's
camera, please.
so held together.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And go ahead and zoom there, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
A tuft of polykeets
Mm-hmm.
held together
Okay,
by
before they all
brittle
fall
stars.
off, come wide.
Coming wide.
Okay.
And you can open the toolbox. And maybe a, no, I should be good there.
Don't come out.
Can you
Wow.
give me a camera bump down?
Oh.
Yeah, good, close it.
Oh, hold on.
Another camera
careful.
bump down. Good there. Hold on. Work with me here. Okay, close it.
Well done.
Holy
Hooray.
cow. Holy cow,
Awesome.
Trevor. That was awesome.
Good teamwork.
Nice work, everybody.
Oh,
Don't you fly away.
you get back in there.
Yeah. Jake's stern warning held it in place long enough for you to get there with the arm. Don't you fly away.
Oh, okay.
Woo.
Great.
Just like that.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Where you stirred up the bottom, the shrimp came to eat something.
Anybody have an idea on that big red fish
Yeah,
that
zoom.
flew in?
Looked like one of the deep water snappers, like
Is asking
Where
if
is
you
it?
want to zoom.
Cristopomoides. But it'd be great to get a better ID on it.
Good predation event.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
there you go.
fighting over something that didn't make it.
Down in the bottom right corner.
Oh,
Oh, it's a they're on a
There-
they're on
there
a
we
brittle
go.
star.
There it is.
Right?
There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
There's a predation event for you, Miles.
Yeah,
Oh, come
I
on.
feel like you needed to be more specific with your request. You want a violent predation event.
That was a
Yes,
And-
macrofaunal.
Ah.
That looks
That's
pretty
macro.
violent.
I can see it.
What are they feeding on?
Brittle star.
Mm.
Fell out of that clump.
Wow. They attracted
Alright.
a crowd. It's a shrimp. It's like chum in the water for shrimp.
Chris Kelly agrees the red one was probably a snapper,
If you want to go,
and the elongate one was a jelly nose eel.
alright.
Either Ijamaya, Ijamaya, or Atelopus.
So science, we're good to move along whenever
let's-
you are.
Can
Let's
we
go.
zoom back into that shrimp for a second?
Zoom in on
Yeah,
the
Steve
shrimp.
wants to go to the shrimp.
Sure.
You want the predation event or just the shrimp?
Yeah, yeah, I want to see that again.
Yeah, let's see the event.
Yeah, get a nice clear focus. On
I'm not
that.
sure who's who in this role, in this
I
action.
noticed this.
Yeah.
I think the shrimp's doing the damage here.
Yeah.
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 Huh.
Or he's just massaging.
pulling
Yeah,
it.
it's
away.
massaging, yeah.
So, funny story.
Go ahead.
A couple years ago, when Okeanos was diving this similar feature, an observation was noted of these same exact species of ophiuroids actually catching out of the water a squid, dragging it to the seafloor, and beginning to consume it. And now we have the other side of that food web interaction with the shrimp eating the same ophiuroid.
Revenge
That's
time.
so interesting. Yeah, if you want to draw that food chain, that ends up kind of crazy inverted. Wow. That's a great shot, being able to see right into there.
My theory on that would be I think this
Abdomen.
one may have been damaged with our
sampling.
with
You
our
also have
craft arm.
you also have a great view here of that bundle, the little brown beardy bits that we thought looked like hydroids. You can really clearly see them as tubes here for tube worms. Especially that one, I'm looking at the one off on the tallest section to the right. You can sort of see how translucent it is. So these are worms, polychaete segmented worms that build
Yeah.
tubes in bundles on the seafloor here. Really, really cool. This was observed by Okeanos Explorer working in this area, but not sampled. So really glad to know we'll be bringing a sample back for any researchers that are interested in studying these further. So cool. What an incredible thing. Incredible thing to get to see.
All right, looks good. We can move on.
Okay, coming wide.
When you do the camera rack out too, it'll get the stuff out of you. So that's your thing here. Yep. I put it in auto heading as well. Just for sitting down.
All right, Miles, want to give us an update of where we are in the big picture?
Yeah, we're about 700 meters from the end, from
Okay.
waypoint 10.
And our current depth?
450 meters.
The shallowest we've been so far, this expedition. And what is the oxygen level right now? Suna?
Racia.
Yeah.
21.6.
21, yeah.
Wow. Micromoles per liter, 21. Real low. That one has cool racing stripes. That urchin's awesome. It's going fast. You can really see the pentaradial symmetry there with each of those bands. Pentaradial means
Pentaradial. I like
yeah,
that word.
is that your word of the watch?
That's my word of the watch, yep.
You gotta learn one new vocabulary word each watch. Mine is hotel, although nobody knows why we call it that.
What do they call like an actual hotel where people stay at? Why do they call that a hotel? You know, like how do you define that?
Would that make our samples guests?
I think so.
Or are the electrons guests? I mean, we're
Ooh.
talking about the power system. Anyway, look at these polycube bundles.
Whoa, look at the brittle stars on that one.
Question of if those shrimp are full grown, I believe they seem to be a similar size to a lot of the ones that we've seen, so I would guess full grown, but leave it to any scientists participating ashore to chime in on that one if I'm incorrect.
Is that a little crab at the bottom right?
No, I think that's another sea
Oh,
star.
sea star.
Sea star.
That same one, yeah.
So that round thing was a sea star?
Yeah, with the orange on it.
That's cool.
Kind of like the one we saw before, the tree star, whatever it was.
Trimester.
Tremaster, that's it.
Trimester.
The white and orange one.
Mm-hmm. There's a sea star that looks sort of like the one that's riled up the internet.
Yes. Definitely.
Did you all do your homework and go look up that story after watch? Whatever that was the day ago? Just keep reporting to you the latest in National Sea Star News. Tremister mirabilis apparently hadn't been seen alive until a few years ago. It was only in museums. Here it is.
Wow.
It's been hiding out here.
Found one. That's super cool.
It's very cool.
Had never been seen alive? How do they find it? How do they get it into the museum? Sampled it.
Dredged,
dead?
probably.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
Trawled, maybe?
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's really wild.
Is that a little fish coming out of the cave down there to the left?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just beneath the lasers
or
now.
Critter.
I'm kind of somebody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Fish
Oh,
right
Or
here.
is it an Oreo?
that looks different than an Oreo.
That's
that's different.
different.
Got a little like trigger
You
on the
can
top
zoom-
or something.
Zoom, Wayne. Yeah.
Zoom in.
It's hiding.
What is that?
What?
Can't see me now.
It
Can't
might
see me
be.
now.
Oh, I've seen those.
Oh, it's a, ooh, I know. It is, Hilardia? Let me know if I'm right. Boarfish.
Boarfish?
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did come up the hogback, so obvious.
It looks related to the
Hilardia, yeah.
Oreo.
Hilardia.
Brittle
That's
stars.
funny, there are boarfish in really shallow water, and they don't look just like that, but they have a few similar features.
Whoa.
Like those spines. Oh, running brittle star? Scooting.
Do they always leave a one arm behind them, the brittle stars? Like, sorry, better question. When they're moving along like that, is it always the same arm
I don't
dangling
know.
behind? Do they have a front and a back?
Whoa. I'm getting pushed.
That's fine. Thank you.
That's a good question.
That sea star looks tasty. Looks like a pastry.
What is that?
Is that a holdfast?
What's
For black
that?
coral?
I don't know.
It's
Wow,
enormous.
look at that. Zoom in on that coral.
Okay.
Good to zoom.
Steve?
Yeah, there's a gastropod on the end there, too.
Uh-huh. Couple of them.
Yeah, this looks like a black coral, possibly Antipathes maybe. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Oh,
Is there a fish in there?
Eh,
Or what is that?
I thought it looked like a Plagiaria
You
caught in
took
the
your
branches.
camera
I don't
down a bit.
know.
Or tip Argus camera down.
What's in there?
Look, there's a little
Oh,
fish.
and there's a fish. What are we seeing?
You're just about right underneath me now.
yeah.
you?
Some of my favorite things about the band when we
Okay,
ask
coming
them,
wide.
like, tell us what you are, give us your secrets. I think I was just seeing that really dark colored base through there. But that branching is so dense.
Okay,
Huh.
thank you.
That's cool. New fish. We're getting shallower.
Bridge nav, one more step.
Meeting new friends. I'm really excited about this Tremaster.
Still going 010 miles?
Yeah, this will be the last step. That's 0 and 0.
Roger.
Last 30 minutes. Are we going to make it to the plateau? Or are we going to hand off?
I don't know if we'll make it to the plateau by the end of the dive.
We're on the plateau.
We're on a plateau.
Yeah.
We're on a little ridgy bit. All right, I'm getting pulled.
Yep. Just go check out that black coral.
Okay.
I'm getting pushed.
So that Tremaster star probably eats coral, which is pretty cool. Pulled off of an observation made by Ropos. Very cool. Eating an Acanthogorgia. They occur around the world, but it's possible they have different variations of their feeding ecology, different places. But Whaley Seamount on that Okeanos Explorer visited had some of those live observations. Pretty cool. It also sort of, you know, we know how sea stars move and they usually sort of pick up those 2 feet and move. Because this one's round and has sort of a skirt around it, it sort of picks up the edges of all of it and then shuffles along, which is pretty cool. There's a great blog on echinoblog.com, which is just a fantastic place to learn all kinds of things about echinoderms, about sea stars and sea urchins. And it turns out these are, you know, Jurassic fossils, which is also really cool. There are, you know, we've seen these saved in the fossil record for a long time.
Bridge nav, one more step.
There's just a ton to learn in that. Highly recommend that blog.
Any chance to grab a piece of this black coral?
Do you hear that, Jake? Maybe we can grab a piece of this black coral here.
Do you want that black coral?
Yeah, let's get this.
Yeah, Steve's asking for it.
If you want to land, I'll give it a snip.
Sure.
Or hover or whatever.
I'm actually just making sure you guys don't make it to the last waypoint without our watch.
Oh, that's fine.
We have quite a long time left in this dive. We gotta take our time, savor the seafloor here.
Yeah, let's zoom first, please.
Okay.
So
we can't use the
Trying to
syrup,
get over
can we?
there.
Correct.
So some guesses that this might be Leopathes. This is a black coral. The skeletal base at the bottom, that holdfast base, you can really see that dark color. The tissues cover up the skeleton in a lot of places, so you may not see that black carrying all the way up. It's variable species by species about whether or not you can see the black branching really clearly. We'll get a great zoom here and you'll have a chance to zoom in. This is an animal. If that is news to you, a whole colony of here of individual polyps, which are rasping at the water column here and
I don't know if you'd be able to
stinging
land.
anything.
Yeah.
That's
It's too cozy.
All right.
ooh, boarfish down there in the hole.
Yeah, you might need to
Roger
float out
that.
front, and I'll just do a
Okay.
mid-water snip. Team snip. But I think they want to zoom on it first.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Good to zoom.
Zooming.
Yeah, just a heads up, this could be a floaty bit, so if you're going to get one, you might want to get a bigger piece.
Roger.
Oh, cool. What is that? In the middle of it.
Parasite.
Yeah, but look
be.
at the
Hydroids.
tentacles.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You good there, guys? We can come wide.
Okay, come in. Okay.
All right, Jake, take your time. Get set up in front of it as
Right.
best you can. Just floating, and I'll come in for the snip.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to be downslope of it.
Oh, downslope. All right.
Yeah. That puts it more up in the front instead of down in the. Yeah, ship's stopped now, so take your time. We got time to get set up and do it slowly and carefully. As long as you don't take more than 24 minutes and 40 seconds.
Hand it off with the jaws open, just like
Yeah.
looming around a coral.
No looming.
No looming.
No looming.
Yeah,
Basic
little,
rules.
Little boarfish down there in the middle. And
Cool,
not sure
right?
what the other
So
one is
no
off the
hurry,
left.
but you let me know when you're stable and I'll go in, but just take your time.
Do
and
just
just
maintain
kind
this?
of hold position, and I'll move around with all the
Alright.
little wiggles, but I
full
won't
wide.
go in until you tell me you're good.
wide.
all right. I think I'm
Think you're medium good?
medium good.
Okay, that's all I could ask for.
So we might want a big piece of this, like maybe at least 20, 30 centimeters
Yeah,
if we
stay
can
wide,
fit
please,
it.
man.
Yep.
Stay
Yeah,
wide.
Trevor, can we get like a 20, 30 centimeter piece of this? A
Roger
big
that.
one?
I heard Steve there.
Okay, Roger.
Okay, you're a little far away, so
Just
we
come
need
down.
To, need to come down and in. Yep,
Turn.
it's a big piece. Big animal. And say when.
Ready, I think.
It's a little bigger than 20, 30 centimeters. Sorry, my
Okay.
perspective was way off there.
Can
That
we
looks
look
great.
At it?
Yeah, that was.
Can we look at it
I was
before
moving
we
around.
put
Yes,
it
we
in?
can.
I want to see if there are any associates.
Still look pretty stable, so yeah. Standby wing. This is really.
Yeah, looks like the cluster's on the bottom. There might be something on the top too
I
for the
think there's a
associates.
squat lobster. Top right. Not sure.
Okay, go ahead and zoom.
Zooming in.
And then when you're out there, you can, Jake, you can put in all 3 autos. Something just easy to do. And
Wow, nice.
That's really pretty.
so what's the
you-
box this is going to go into?
It's gonna be starboard foxtrot.
Starboard Foxtrot, Roger.
Do you need to see the top, Suna?
Yeah, can you tilt up a little bit?
Come wide, please, Wayne.
Coming wide.
You want to see this
This is
It's on
part?
the top.
Yeah, the associate on the top there.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
there's
a-
a spot.
Okay, zoom in again.
Okay, zooming in.
Interesting how the polyps are on the branches and on the stalk.
What is the squat lobster on?
Is it a stalked barnacle?
Okay.
I'm not sure. Help, science team.
That's barnacle for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like, I mean, gooseneck barnacles are that
Yeah.
same shape.
Nice.
The itty bitty little.
Okay, come wide, please.
Okay.
I don't
So to put this into Foxtrot, and it's going to be pretty floaty and big, what we'll do is come away from the wall and away from everything.
Okay.
And stay in the autos for a second just to kind of stabilize the vehicle. I'll get around the side, and when we're about to open the box, we'll kill all the autos
Okay.
and kill the bias, which means we'll start floating up. But
So I should
then-
just get out front for now, and then.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
move, good thing to start with. So yeah, you can take all those off. Get to a nice stable spot. And try to move nice and slow so we don't blow this in the breeze too much.